meeting with.
Yeah.
Or did meet with. Did we know for sure that meeting was in the future?
She didn't say.
You guys, she had just landed when you guys were with the Admiral, right? Remember that was like an alert when you were in the meeting that she, It's not much of a time lapse.
That's right. That's part of the reason that we jumped into this so fast, because the Admiral let us know that this was a very limited time offer, and
we needed to get it, and I say we get out of here before we get outgunned. Take her to the Admiral or whatever we're going to do, but we need to get away from here before we get outgunned.
Well, and I agree. There's enough of us here to actually crew the Mercifuge and get it someplace.
Question, Zeke.
Yes.
How well are you with explosives? Why are you shaking your head, Rev?
Because I'm looking at his skill sheet. It's
no,
that was not one of his things.
No, I don't have explosives. I've got gun combat, turret, heavy weapons, but I do not have explosives.
Personally, I think for securing Silverhand, we smashed the terminal, the computer terminal in one of the staterooms. We lock her in it with Zeke outside the door with orders that if she opens the door, you kill her.
Okay.
I mean, that seems the simplest way of dealing with that. Does anyone have any better ideas?
Could cold conquer.
We could just bind and gag her. But still smash the computer in the stateroom. I agree there, Captain. But this Aslan has me intrigued. We have so many different things to do, Captain. And we do need to make a decision what to do soon. But my next this ship I'm not familiar with. This ship I'm not familiar with. When it flies, will it hover up and then take off? Or is it thrusting? I'm not.
This ship should work like most ships in that the maneuver drive will allow it to work with the system's gravity to lift it up. We should be able to just take it from here to the starport.
Then I suggest we wait till the Aslan shows up, fire up the ship, bring the boosters towards them, burn them all to its risk, eliminate even more problems for the Admiral, interrogate Silverhand, give them to the Admiral, and then get back to the stars where we belong.
You know, this is part of the reason that I wanted to meet with Iron Tooth, was if we can get a video recording of what he's willing to do and deal and turn that over to the Admiral.
That's a risk.
It's such a strange honor system, sir. So strange. Very clandestine. But if we make it look like Silverhand betrayed and left.
I like the idea of keeping the ship buttoned up, and then we can determine the number of Sophons that show up. If we don't like the numbers, we just fly away. And in the meantime, that will give you a chance to rest. And hopefully it'll give you enough time to rest to recover what you need to root around in her gray matter, as you put it.
Captain, you know me so well.
Well, let's get this done then. I don't like being out in the open.
Okay,
So Zeke, go ahead and kill those 5. It's okay.
no.
Look
I
at
gave them my word.
You gave them your word, Captain. I'm just saying. Semantics, it's okay.
what about
I do look at the
code?
5 of them and say it's time for you to leave.
What about the code as I look at deck? Ain't there a code these pirates follow?
Yeah. Let me bring up that note on the code. Where is my pirate's code?
I don't think that's going to have a whole lot to do with interactions between crews, except
No, I
places
remember
that are
correctly,
red flagged.
as a player that by us doing this, it shows that we are in good faith because we took over their ship justly, dethroned their captain, and let the crew go. So we're not known as bloodthirsty yahoos yet. So our
Right.
reputation and stuff is still fairly decent. Well, actually, we're building our reputation.
I was going to say, this is the type of reputation that Mazoon wants to build. Is if we don't have to kill you, we won't. If you put us in a situation where we have to, I hope you have children, because you are dead and your genes aren't going anywhere further.
There is
Maybe.
so you guys know the public information on your guys' ship computer on these Peter and Horrell Irontooth are actually available. Under the independent worlds. I didn't know that till you reminded me. I had notes that were shared for you guys, including the code.
See, where it takes cargo, it doesn't say anything about killing. I'm not sure killing these 5 would be the smartest thing to do.
Well, that's just it. By letting them go, because, okay, you're working for this person, but you're not tied to them or going to try to fight for the death or to the death for them, then we'll let you go. All right. So, Deck, if you will head to the power plant on the Mercifuge, I'll head up to the bridge, and we'll see if we can't get everything ready, so once Irontooth shows up, we can make our decision right there on the spot if we want to try to stay and talk or if we just want to boogie.
I suppose this scavenger doesn't have any guns on it.
No,
No.
the salvager? No.
But it's got big old claws on it, don't it?
It sure does.
Yeah, if we get really, really, really close to something, we could probably do some damage to it, but
Like a shipyard that's got a bunch of garbage in it and some Aslan in the wall. Drop the ship on it.
all right, so Mazoon goes into the Mercifuge and heads up to the bridge and looks at getting everything fired up to be ready to take off.
All right, doing some pre-op. There's only really one check to perform, and that's just the engineering check for power on. It is called, if anybody has it, power, engineering power.
Yep.
Yep, that's why Mazoon looked at Deck and said, hey, if you'll head in spaces, I'll head for the bridge, because you don't want me down there turning wrenches.
All right. Should I go
comes
ahead?
up.
Are we agreeing that Maria's crew are gone?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
figured they're unarmed in one of the worst sections of Thieves. They're going to have enough on their hands to keep them busy for the next few hours anyway.
The only thing that we need to secure her so she doesn't do anything with any security codes on this ship. So
Well, that's
we gotta-
why.
Yeah.
That's why I tasked you with. Sorry, player to player. Like Mizoon was basically asking Zeke to smash the terminal in one of the staterooms.
Oh,
and
okay. I
that
see what you're saying.
Secure.
All right.
Secure.
Yeah, secure in there. All right.
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
Zeke puts 5
I
or
get
6
that.
bullets into that terminal,
Yeah.
Mizoon's not going to freak out about that.
Not that I hate the idea, but you guys could probably override it with a successful electronics computer, the security system.
I mean, I've got electronics at 0.
I do not have computers.
Will you
got-
check my
oh.
speed rep and see if I've got? I don't think I got computers. I think I've
Yeah, we
got.
check Celine.
Or is Doc got it?
Electronics is
I
a
bet that
3.
was Raj.
Yeah, it was Raj, more likely.
I'll have
Yeah.
computers
You know
in
what?
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Raj
Raj was your computers guy. He was your electronics guy.
Yeah.
I've got a 3 in electronics.
Are there any
Do you?
remote ops on this ship? I can do remote ops depending on what's on here.
I would think
Alrighty.
those claws are remote ops.
Doctor, if you'll come up to the bridge and see if you can lock the terminals in the staterooms out, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely got some skill holes to fill at this point.
After our first training session, mine is going to be computers. I got 2 more weeks. I already planned that one out. Get my roll.
Got it. All right,
Nice.
good doctors overridden the security protocols.
Okay. And Zeke, you said that you were gonna tie Maria up, basically binding Ganger.
Tie her, gag her up, because I think we should have somebody on that machine gun just in case.
I'll watch Silverhand.
That's
Oh, I'll
fine.
do it.
She needs to stay alive and no further harm than she already has been.
Promise. Promise. I already harvested off of her what I need. I don't need to harvest anything more off of her. I just have some things that I want to ask her in privacy, you know?
So let's see, we were at 8, the scrap heap. All right, so I'm gonna plot a course from the scrap heap up and over to the downport.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you could do is get it before you go to the Rose Garden. Or what was it called? The Rose Pavilion?
Yeah.
I got this machine gun to myself just in case I need to use it.
And have the whatever external cameras there are on the salvager, have those turned on to be watching. Celine, I'd recommend you rest in whatever way you need to recharge. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know.
Thank you, Captain. I sure will. But I do have some curious things I want to look over at the ship, as long as I don't tax my mind too much. And with that, Celine moves through the ship and heads over to the astrogation seat and starts going over the astrogation log from the ship and taking down anything useful while she just relaxes. Figures out my
Yeah, as you start, peeling back the onion, since they jumped in system from that fuel depot, she actually hasn't left the system. So the computer is not logging any out of system jumps for weeks.
So the last jump the ship went into then was from the fuel depot to here?
Yeah, because this is a J2 ship, I believe, so it's able to make that that route. So it went, man, I got to bring up give me my little subsystem.
Nice to keep everything J2 or higher if we can.
Yeah, I was delightfully surprised that it was actually a J2 and I saw it. So remember out of Aaron Isser, there was a fuel depot probably like in here, right?
And we're at 10, right?
Oh, wait. Where are we at?
We're in 10, right?
Yeah, where's Steve?
Was that?
Oh, there we go.
No, we're not at Church of the Traveler. We're at Yard.
I'm on there. That's the wrong map.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think that's...
Yeah.
Don't use that one. Map. I got so many shared images already.
Looking at those. In the ship.
Where is my subsector map? Trojan Reach, Sindel. Here we go. Here comes a good, an official one too, subsector map. Remember, you guys went to Borite, right? And Borite was where they sold all that shit they stole. And then here in Palindrome, this 0607 hex is where the fuel depot is. From the fuel depot in 0607 to Thieves. She has, since entering Thieves, she has not left.
That's weeks. I will, we all have cell phone-esque type. We'll go ahead and create a message of the information that I find and send it to everyone.
Okay, so we're at 8. We're at the scrap heap. Where we're at.
Right.
Right there. Okay, all right.
Hey, Ref, what is the actual rule on recovering psychic points? I forget.
You said on recovering psychic points?
Yeah.
Is it just what? Go ahead.
It's one per hour or minute or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
I thought it was one a day, but let me make sure. Anybody know off the top of their head?
I like that.
I don't remember. Hang on.
I am not have Cynex in my game, so.
Yeah, this is our first campaign using it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if my memory is right, it's like you have to not use them for 4 hours and then you start getting them back.
Recovered at the rate of 1 point per hour, beginning 3 hours after the traveler is using the same. So at the 4th hour, they get one back. So that's good. You're right.
Okay.
So I got roughly, I mean, I don't know how much time has elapsed there, Ref, or how much you want to call it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna add this an hour to the sick counter overall.
So I got about 3 hours left before I'm back to full strength. I don't want to tax myself. I do have the abilities, Captain, to program my mind now, but it would not be as strong as it could be.
I'll take the time you need. If necessary, I can go meet the captain or the admiral, but I don't think we'll need to meet the admiral immediately on moving this ship.
No, and I think maybe there, Captain, with a simple hollow call or a message sent to the admiral package, almost like an old Karen thing, an old delivery service, all the Amazon packages on the way.
Did the admiral give us some means to contact him, Greg?
Nope, that was not arranged.
So
He
basically,
remember,
we'll have to go back to the Roast Pavilion.
I would say streetwise, you might be able to find a contact that you get to him, right? Because you're right in the middle of the thieves' den, so to speak, right? And this guy's the head thief. Using streetwise to find a contact relay message would be plausible if you're willing to use that method.
Or you could be bold and just go back to the hotel. We accomplished our mission. Where do you want her?
Well, let's see what happens here. So, just so you're aware of what Mizoon is thinking at this point, Craig.
Mm-hmm.
He's staying on the cameras, watching around the ship. I mean, as much as those cameras allow. The ship is closed up and is ready for flight. If we see any sign of Iron Tooth, then he's going to make Mizoon's going to try to make his best determination how many are there. And if it looks overwhelming, he's going to take off. If it looks like there's only a few, then we'll discuss trying to parlay. Otherwise, bearing anything else, once Celine says that she's rested and back up to or ready to question Maria again, then we'll do that. So basically, Mizoon's going to let time pass until one of those two triggers.
Okay. Now, are we going to refer to that as enhanced interrogation techniques?
Because if I remember right with telepathy, with read surface thoughts, if you have someone else asking questions, it makes it easier to access or to potentially have that information up in surface thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, Mizoon's, as a player, I'm aware of that. Mizoon would not be aware of that, but I'm assuming Celine would be. So if Celine asks for that help, he'll be more than happy to do that.
I can't skill chain myself, right? You got to skill chain with someone else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I'm using something like Persuade to try to get her to...
Celine is literally built for this situation. She has Carouse, Persuade, and her third, psychic ability. So left alone with enough time with her, and I don't know how that works because I don't think you can skill chain your own abilities, right? And I always get that message. So, but with two people coming in, I can lead off with a rouse to get her, calm down a little bit. Somebody come in with a Persuade or come in with a different ability. And then I come back in with the Persuade. Somebody comes in with a different ability, and then I can hit her with the read surface thoughts. If somebody's got like an intimidation. I mean, we can stack this up, and then the longer we take, the less difficult it is. Is that a standard rule? Is that only for like doing jumps or building stuff?
I think with almost anything, you can move it to the next time bound to get a bonus.
So,
and yeah, I mean, Mizoon's not great at persuade and carouse, but if you start with carouse and then Mizoon steps in with the persuade and takes some time with that, and then you come in with the read surface thoughts.
And then, because I can read surface thoughts for X amount of time, and then if somebody comes back in with an intimidate at the end of it, like, you know, really get her to think about what's going on, and that might help my ability. Because my read surface thoughts at that point in time, literally, Celine would just step out of frame, you know, and then she'd be focusing on what she's thinking while everyone else is talking to Silverhand. So, but Deck has been known a time or two to turn a tongue a wagon.
Yeah, we can booze them up and see what'll happen.
I was also wondering with this fine doctor's skills over there, if they has brought anything funny with them that might help loosen Silverhand's tongue.
Does the good doctor have any drugs that would potentially make her more talkative? Oh, if you said something, Josh,
yeah, you missed it.
He might make him less talkative.
Yeah. Mine's not gonna bring him up. Mine's definitely gonna chill him out more. But I am trying to learn a new recipe with these plants I got. So hopefully her follicles will help with this.
So I'm building actually some right now. We can do carouse, persuade, and medicine.
Then surface thoughts at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Medic or medicine?
Oh, I guess it's medic, right? There is no medicine. No, this thing's still kind of broken, but we'll get the...
What about biology? To know, like, maybe I could look at fucking Zeke and be like, Zeke, push down right there. And like peer pressure points to where
peer pressure points.
she'll want to talk. Like blood choke her at least once, so that way she's like, look, we're serious.
I was always a fan of the tickle torture. You would be surprised, even the most strongest and powerful of men crumble with nothing but a feather. And women.
Yeah. Blood chokes can be kind of arousing too, so I don't want her to get the wrong idea.
Or we could just take her arm.
I mean, I'm okay with that too.
And I feel like right now while this is happening, the captain is sitting there at the computer watching the screens. Deck and Zeke are about doing stuff, and me and the doctor are standing outside of Silverhand's door discussing all the different ways that we can dissect her, tear her apart, talk to, get her to spill the information. And occasionally we're just clicking our comm dots to fill in the other three, the crazy ideas that we're coming up with.
Right on.
That's what I feel like what is happening in this ship right now. And Zeke and Zeke is just super happy about this machine gun. I feel like he's already torn it apart and put it together like 3 times.
Oh, I got to make sure it's operating correctly.
Dude, you should bring it into the room for some shooting practice.
I watched this vid that I found in Deck's ship where a dude shot the wings off a fly. Can you do that, Zeke? I'm saying this as I'm walking into the room where Silverhand is at, by the way.
I'll hold her ear out and you just pierce it real quick.
I think we can do this.
What the heck is that? I didn't push that.
I overrode it. I didn't realize it wasn't gonna.
Oh.
I was assuming it was gonna be GM and then Zeke Steele, but sorry to role play for you in chat.
But how much time has passed while we're discussing all this and figuring things out?
Yeah, well, assuming because you guys do want time to pass, I do have to every hour I'm going to roll. I'll take it along.
Rolling the carouse.
Right, because what's that?
Oh, for the task chain?
Well, because Celine is low on psionics.
Oh, we gotta wait for
She
that.
needs
Okay.
she needs her time to recover. So there's an hour. I do want to referee. Okay, there we go.
That's no good.
I just passed an hour. Do you guys want me to keep rolling? Mizoon's on sensors, essentially watching the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shaking his head whenever Celine triggers the comm dot to announce some new crazy plan.
Right, so there's another hour. So nothing to report. You know, you have the scavengers going through all the junk there. No one has approached their little secret headquarters. In that derelict, was it a FAR or free trader?
It was a far trader.
Yeah, but it was just the upper half essentially. You guys never really checked out the rest of that ship. But
No, we didn't.
Spares. We may want to. We need spares just in case, but let's deal with this first. I'm sure Deck wouldn't mind some spares.
You know,
this will be.
that's. I was going to say that's actually a potentially good way to get spare parts is to run some of the scrap heap through the salvager. If we've got people that can run it.
Hey, Zeke, you got remote ops. I bet you those crane arms would be really cool to operate.
Yeah. That is true. Because if we're locked up tight in a thing, the machine gun's useless right now, so.
All right, so the prerequisite 4 hours has passed for Celine to gain back a psionic point.
And no long tooth. Hey,
No sign
Captain, this is Celine.
Yes.
Captain, I think those guys we let go told us. Yes, if Longtooth was going to be here, I'm betting his Aslan ass would be here by now. So can we kill her now? I mean, interrogate her now?
Anytime you're ready.
Ooh, fun stuff, gray matter diving.
All right, so I'm gonna. You left off, Celine, and your psi was down to 9. You have a max of 11, so I'm gonna bump you up to 10 for that one recovery.
I don't like going under 9. At least that's my mentality of it right now, because I had to use 2.
You lose your bonus.
Yeah.
All right, I have a task chain set. If you guys want to role play out, but it is enhanced interrogation is the task chain I created. It's validate, carouse, persuade, then medic check. And I'm going to keep it medic, not biology. Sorry, Josh. But it is if you're injecting her with drugs or giving her, an oral dose of something.
Ooh,
Suppository.
something.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
No.
I go, no, my shit's straight Venus.
Figure someone would take a crack at that.
I think the Marine would probably be best at it. He's good at cracking stuff.
Take your arm and bend it in half real quick and I'll drop it in.
You show the quote, will it be the funny one? Can I tickle that one?
Mazoon to deck, if you wouldn't mind helping ask our passenger about information, I'm going to stay in the pilot seat to be ready to take off if there's trouble.
Come again, Cap?
If you
Sorry,
wouldn't mind-
having communication issues.
If you wouldn't mind helping out with whatever Celine needs help with and asking questions, I'm going to stay at the piloting station so that we can take off in a moment's notice if needed.
I'm definitely good with asking questions.
Thank you.
We have Zeke
So
too.
I'll stay.
Celine, I'll be right up.
Ooh, fun times. Like that cantina that we went to at that Dust Bowl.
Got a
Interesting.
lot.
So yeah, Masoon's going to stay in the pilot or on the bridge, monitoring the situation. That way we have a means of getting out of here right now if needed.
Yeah, you guys, I would say you're still sitting on the scrap heap.
He can't roll. Greg. The carouse.
Who's rolling? Oh, that's coming from Celine?
The
My
carouse
bad.
is Celine first.
I see. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and carouse. Social.
So after making all of these threats, then Celine sets up a bottle and some food and says, all right, now seriously.
No bottle, no food. I just sit over there and like, okay, now that it's just us. And the scary doctor is gone. I know that I, made you utterly scared of everything. But it is all right now. I just need some information. As you can see, we are very, very reasonable people. We let your crew go. We didn't kill them. All I need to know is where some people are at. It is fine. The big scary Marine is outside and the breathing. He's off. We'll see about getting your fingers back. So please just relax and answer a few questions. And you might make it out of here with that arm.
She's going to say you got a 5 on that roll. She says, my men are already working on bringing me some help right now as we speak.
I just shake my head. No, they're not.
Give me a persuade. Oh. Let me put that on the log.
Ooh.
That would have been, technically that would have been a 9 at a -2.
Oh.
That's good.
My failure.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yours failed.
Yeah. But that's still, I mean, that was a success. That'll give you a +1 on the
medic roll.
Yeah, medics, see if you get doper up.
Just sit back. This will only hurt for a minute.
Yeah. It's not gonna be too bad, I promise.
The slow road I got to figure out what you did to get the slow roll dice because it just makes the game so much more fun.
Bog your laptop down even more.
Mine's about to die, so that I might have to take my time. Mine's
Like,
gonna
well,
catch on.
as I'm sticking around, I'm gonna be like, I do, though. He's serious about the arm because I can see where it's connected, and I can probably remove that. You're not gonna need it where you're going anyway.
That's like the quick disconnect that the Winter Soldier has.
Yeah. I just slap her in the side of the face, and it just drops.
Yeah.
It's like a reset button.
All right. So actually, you're at it. Everything zeroed out on that task chain.
So I'm not at a minus, but I'm not at a plus.
Yep. So let me get Celine's sheet up, and this is a actions.
It's you'd have to roll it off of the skill on my skills tab.
Okay, and you have it as a psi telepathy. Hey, got a 9, buddy.
I look at Deck, who is there, make eye contact with him, kind of give him like, the get to asking the questions.
Okay, so yeah, start asking the questions, and I'm gonna start with. Well, I won't whisper Celine because she's not really in game, but I'll start filling in the blanks then.
So if you want to go ahead, Captain, or Deck, I don't know how we want to do this.
So, when's the last time you saw? Dang it, lost his name.
Ferric.
Peter.
Oh, Peter? Oh, must be a month or two since I've seen Peter, probably before my last run. Celine, that's, it's not pegging out the lie detector.
And Iron Tooth, see you around recently?
Nope, I expected to see Iron Tooth today.
Oh yeah, he didn't show up?
Nope, he was supposed to be here a couple hours ago, but I'm sure my men have warned him.
No, sorry. I know you thought we let those guys go. That was really not to be. Yeah. So, where were you supposed to meet him?
Oh, we had a courier. We had an agreement. He was actually going to meet me here at the. She actually has a name for this. Goofy. The scrap heap hideout. Anyway, she's supposed to meet me here at the scrap heap.
Without trying to break concentration, I look over at Derek. How many men Ferric has? Armaments of his ship.
Yeah. So how many men does Ferric have altogether? Do you know?
No. He's got at least by now a small band of 3 ships and a dozen crew. And Celine, that's the the lie detector starts going ape shit on that one.
I have a finger.
So I think with that skill, you would actually visualize what. Oh, go! I hear you now.
I was gonna say, I don't know how long it lasts, but with that skill though, surface detect surface thoughts. How does it read again?
Yeah,
I can
yeah, it's not probe, so it's not going to actually give you the answers. But it was so for the psionic talents of telepathy, and you had the read surface thoughts. Only active current thoughts are read by this ability. It's very vague. And it actually doesn't have a time. Like there's a check. It takes you 1d times 10 seconds to actually
activate.
perform to do the check.
Okay. Because I couldn't remember how long it lasts. Because I was like, I didn't want to overplay the power.
Yeah, if you were probing, well, I guess that would be correct. The forces. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just let it go. But the thoughts, there's obvious a lie when she said there's a few ships and over a dozen crew.
So like, yeah. So she's like, so I would interpret it as, she says, 3 ships and a dozen crew, and like the surface thought would be like, that no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would visualize that there's just a far trader and a 6 crew other than Ferric.
Yeah. Like, what kind of weapons are on the far trader? I guess last would be like our location, the location of the far trader.
Mm-hmm. So the far trader has 2 double turrets, each equipped with twin pulse lasers. She's pretty proud of that and confident, and nothing ripples across that surface thought.
All good, man. You got this deck. So I look over at the dock and deck. We know it's Fleck, and we know it's Long Tooth or whatever, or Iron Tooth, and who was the third that was trying to overthrow the Admiral?
I want us to ask who the third person is?
Unless that was already information that we got earlier in the game, and we just.
I think you have all the information. Like all right, so you have the Admiral Dorkin. I don't know. I have to look it up. You have Ferric, who was his right hand man, who defected, right? And then there was those 2 other factions, right? One by Peter and one by Iron Tooth.
Okay.
Yeah, Iron Tooth.
All right.
And they're trying to do a coalition. She's a middleman. But Ferric wants to form a coalition of the two pirate gangs to stand up with him to stand up against the Admiral.
So I kind of look over at Doc, and I'm like, giving it a silent. Well, I'm sitting there probing her mind, because it's hard for Celine to ask the questions and then pick up the vibes or surface thoughts as she lets them go, deep in concentration.
So you read service thoughts is probably about to expire.
Yeah. Doc, can you hear me? Josh, can you hear me?
I can't think of anything else to ask her.
All right, player to player. The arm, bro. You've been worried about the arm and the body parts forever today.
I'm already taking care of all that. You don't worry about it. Just I'm gonna take her arm, like it's.
She doesn't need it.
You haven't been seeing.
No,
You haven't been seeing my messages. You don't know what's going on. I mean, if you were watching the stream, you see my messages, but
Kind of one trick pony tonight, unfortunately. So I can't think of anything else, guys, as a player.
Captain came across and said that's all he wanted to know, so. And she answered all of your questions easy enough, so. I won't take her arm while she's awake.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, I did. And then I'm like,
she grins at you and says, "You don't want to take this arm.
Why not?
What am I hearing?
You won't survive that."
There's a bomb in the arm.
That is what you're hearing.
I keep that to myself.
I'm gonna go start playing with the arm.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Tune in next week when
Yeah.
We repair the hole in the side of the ship.
tune in next week to see the crew looking for a new doctor.
Yeah.
And possibly a new crazy little psychic. All right, so as me, like his location, like where is his location? Right? We never asked that. We've got a general idea. She gave us some roundabout stuff, but nobody's come out and asked her where is he? Like where is his coordinates? I was trying not to metagame it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You asked, you being direct with her. Yeah. So the question.
Yeah, because I'm about to my link is slipping, and I know that.
All right. Yeah. So Ferric Red Thane is on board his flagship, the Janel Torsk. The Janel Torsk is a far trader. He is currently landed on the icy methane wastes of the fourth moon of this planet. It's a nameless rock tagged 540 PD-5/4. I'll give you all those guys in chat. It says, that's all she'll say out loud. Now, in her mind, you're visualizing only there's no active communications, right? Everything he is doing and she is doing is visual. He is only waiting for this Vulture class ship to come back with information.
Got him. I
That's
turn
it.
and
I'm going to break that link.
Yeah. But then as I walk by, I take my hands and caress underneath of her chin and look her deep into her eyes, and I know your fears. Smile, and then walk out the room. And then just before the door closes, that arm's the bomb. And then walk out of the room.
Can any of you guys defuse a bomb?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
I didn't hear anything.
I head to the captain, stay off of comms, everything else. Go directly to him, get real close. Roll me a stealth, I guess. Is there a stealth? Right.
Yeah, there's actual stealth, so let me bring up Celine, see if she's got one. Otherwise, it'll be
No,
unskilled.
no, it'll be unskilled.
Let me throw it with a dex. Wow, that made it worse.
Uh-huh.
You got a 1. Go ahead.
So
Over your feet.
thinking she's sneaking, but her boots are hitting everything, and she's like tiptoeing. Ting, 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 ting. Hey, Captain. Boo.
But soon's just gonna pretend like she's not even there at this point.
I reach over to the astrogation controls, plot in the course for the coordinates there on planet side, and be like, he's here, waiting for us. And then turn around and head over to a chair. At that point in time, though, her demeanor changes. She pulls out her pistol, checks the rounds, make sure all of her gear is strapped and clapped, ready to go, and just kind of spins back around with her legs, one crossed over the other. Anytime you're ready, sir.
So what's waiting for us at these coordinates?
Ferret. Our little ferrets.
So Ferric's there. What's he have with him?
And then I go into detail about what I was able to understand from her thoughts about the ship, its the amount of crew, everything I was able to pick up through our little discussion. I pass it along to the captain. But very not Celine style, like she's giving a report to a superior officer. She's just sitting in the chair.
I'll flip the intercom. Deck, would you come to the bridge for a minute, please?
Yep, be right up. What's up, Cap?
So what we're looking at is Jarek is on this moon. He's waiting for this ship to show up so that they can exchange information. It sounds like he's got a crew of 6 with him. I think that's a few too many for us to take on, especially on a methane wasteland of a moon. However, I'm also thinking that if we turn her over to the Admiral right now and ask the Admiral for a strike team to sit inside the ship and hit Jarek when we land, then we don't have to do any of that heavy lifting ourselves. I wanted to run the idea by you before I fly up to the downport. And it's pretty bad when you have to fly up to the downport.
Yep. That probably makes sense because I think we got lucky the last time. I don't think we want to go in to this guy's area without a little more firepower.
Okay.
Unless Celine thinks she's got it in her, but I think she's, kind of. We've tasked her enough for now, probably.
I'm guessing you could use some rest, Celine?
I can power through, sir, but my powers are not as reliable.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, we know where the guy is. Maybe that gives us a little. Hey, give us a little bonus. Worst case, we can maybe end up with some spoils of war. But yeah, we probably need the Admiral to give us a hand. I'll agree.
Celine looked at the captain and deck. I will say this though, she was not lying when she said that her crew went and warned Steeltooth. And if they warned Steeltooth, then I wholeheartedly believe that they will try to get some type of travel up there to warn Barrett before we get there. If this is something we're going to do, we are already 4 to 6 hours behind the curve, boss.
That is a good point.
And with that, guys, I'll be right back.
All right. All right, so Greg, I'm going to make a streetwise check based on what I've seen so far, how the Admiral contacted us. I'm going to look for a way to back channel to him what's going on.
Okay.
And let him know that we have the package and that we are heading to Moon 540 PD-5/4 in pursuit of more information. And if he can get a strike team to that coordinate, that would be helpful.
Gotcha.
So let me make my streetwise check here. Nope.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind for you.
Okay. Hey Zeke, get suited and booted with the heaviest gear you've got. Oh, I can't hear you, Zeke.
It's on me.
Yeah, you
Because
got.
I wore it here. So now this vulture does have twin pull. It does have a turret. We got one turret pulse lasers, double pulse lasers, according to the thing that you gave us last week. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, yep. Sure
and
does.
the Far Trader has double turrets. If it's on the ground, it might not be able to use one of the turrets depending on how those are laid out. All right. I get on the intercom. So actually, no, I get on our ComDot system because that should still be up.
Yeah.
All right. So the deal is that Maria's men did apparently warn Iron Tooth that we interfered with the plan. I don't know how likely it is that Iron Tooth would warn Jarek, but we need to either turn the package over to the Admiral right now and let the Admiral know where Jarek was 6 hours ago, or we need to fly up there right now ourselves to see if Jarek is still there. I'm not going to ask anyone to sign on to a potentially very dangerous tasking without letting you know what's going on.
and we have no idea what this Aslan has for ships. So
Well, more importantly, if they were negotiating, I don't know how willing the Aslan would be to send a message to a known traitor that could potentially be traced back to him. So I'd like to hear from everyone before I make a move. Your thoughts on going to the moon or going to the Admiral?
That's a very piratey thing for you to do. We're very democratic.
And now we break out in song.
Yeah. So row, you bastards, you never can tell. Sorry. Zeke, moon or Admiral?
Admiral,
Celine, moon or Admiral?
Moon.
Deck?
Well, yeah, definitely Moon. But he's on this. He's on where we're at. Just some coordinates up in the mountain, right? Like
No, it's the fourth moon of this planet.
he's on a moon.
I thought he was.
No,
Okay,
he's on the fourth moon of this.
System of the system.
So you still say moon? Okay. Deck?
I mean, I want to say Moon, but I don't think we can take him. Is the thing.
I'd be worried if Iron Tooth sent ships out there. We don't know what we're going up against.
So, Deck,
I mean,
final
even
decision.
honestly, even yeah, I think Admiral. Even with Yeah, I mean, here's my
Doctor?
logic. Even without being warned, you know, we got lucky on Silverhand here, right? We were getting ready, I think, to get our asses handed to us, and Celine, you saved us. Yeah.
So we have 1 moon, 2 admirals, Doctor?
Doctor.
Looks like the doctor flipped a coin.
It don't really matter to me. I'm gonna grab a coin out of my pocket. I'm gonna flip it. Moon.
Okay. Admiral it is. I'm gonna fly up to the downport.
Yeah, piloting
Suppose-
check. 6 to land and port. Got it.
Easy peasy. And once we're docked at the downport, I'm gonna let ground control know that we have an urgent message for the Admiral.
Hey, by the way, sorry, Duck. To land here is birthing.
Dang it. All right.
Actually, Mizoon will cover this out of his personal. He'll give them his personal account. What's the birthing fees?
See, I
1500.
believe. Let's see, systems. What did we schedule Thief at? There's our system.
I think this one was high dollar.
Yeah, it was expensive.
The birthing cost was 6,000.
Okay,
6?
Yep.
okay, done. That's half a month's entertainment, but you know.
I'll make you some stuff to make up for it, Captain. Don't worry.
So anyway, I do let ground control know that we have an urgent message for the Admiral. I'm not sure how best to pass that along. Give them my name and contact information and let them know that the Admiral asked us to deliver a package and we do have it.
Okay. So yes, so the Admiral pretty much controls the downport anyway, so no need to get that any rolls. It will be that is publicly transmitted though. Right.
Which is why I put it the way that.
Yeah. But yes, that information will get to the Admiral, Doric, and
I do also put in a request that if possible, one of the Admiral's staff could contact us. We do have time-sensitive information as well.
yeah, I was going to establish a direct comms link to you.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, so within minutes, you're going to get the Admiral actually on a view screen.
Okay. Is this a secure channel or no?
It is, yeah. Dorican says we're on a secure channel.
I have Silverhand. I'm actually in her ship right now. Jarek is, or was at least 6 or 7 hours ago on Moon 540 PD-5/4. According to the best information we could get from Silverhand, he has his far trader and a crew of 6. I just don't have the manpower to hit him.
I think that's something I could arrange. If this information is good, the bounty will still stand.
I'm quite certain that you intend some very unpleasant things for Drake. I would ask if it's possible that we be able to fix it. I can let
Follow.
we got a self check and they tear up that part. I can keep it up there. But definitely not.
I'll run the turret system.
Okay.
Does it have boss?
Yeah. That's double.
It's got one double and each side sleeves. We'll see what again.
I suppose you go well, you say that you okay, you know. I think I heard someone say that could have been.
All right.
Well, yes, we can, miss. You do a lot of what that is. Not review. We use a little of I don't know about maybe 15 ships.
Yes.
There are coming the plane with you guys. I guess they're staying off. Presumably, streams one. I'll let that less than what are the lead times? Like lead times.
Okay.
They're pretty staggering. Yeah, what can we say? Give me yeah.
Tactics.
Yeah, that's good tactics. That'll work. And that's where to identify these ships. But yeah, take a naval tactics. That'll So you could tell that Admiral Dorikin's fleet is primarily made up of Third Imperium ships. They're not ships of the line per se. A lot of them are retrofitted logistic ships, but nonetheless, you could imagine this being a blow to the pride of the Third Imperium that he's operating.
So are these capital ships he's operating?
Not capital, no.
Okay.
No, but for this area, if they're Third Imperium ships and armed with Third Imperium weapons,
yeah,
they're probably going to be better than almost anything else, and probably newer.
Yeah.
Even if they're 70-year-old Imperial tech, it's still going to be
right,
decades newer than most of the other stuff around.
Yeah, it's described as nothing more than 1,000 D tons, primarily small interceptors and support craft is what his little flotilla is made out of. I'm not going to go into specifics and roll out each one of these. This will become something else later. But
Celine, as soon as we get up, you see her go, haha. And she gets up and she takes off running to go find Zeke.
Zeke's in the turn.
She runs up and starts hammering him in the leg. Hey, need you to question Silverhand. I'm spent and my brain is fried. Like I can't think. Yes.
Right now?
Yes, right now. You need to find out what ship Longtooth Saber Teeth. My brain, it hurts. But he might be out here. We might be able to get him now. Yes.
Captain.
Go ahead, Zeke.
Selena wants me to go ask what kind of ship Ferrick's in case he's sitting next to us.
Not Ferrick, Longtooth.
Or Longtooth.
Iron
Longtooth.
Tooth. Yeah.
Iron Tooth. See, she can't. Too much time inside her mind. Things getting jumbled. Gotta go sit back down. And as Selena's walking away, you notice her eyes are like changing between the three different
Right.
deals that she goes through, and she makes her way back to her astrogation chair.
If you're willing to help her out, Zeke, go ahead.
Can anybody else man this gun in case we need it? I'm not comfortable leading us with no defense.
I think for as long as this will take, we'll be all right. If I start evasive maneuvers, get back to the turret.
All right. So I will go to the stateroom where Silverhand is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't want to approach this. Walk in. Look at her. What's Iron Tooth's ship?
To ask me what kind of class it is?
Is it a far trader? Is it a gunboat? What is it?
Ha! It's a Halahike class pocket warship.
Pocket war. Oh, an Aslan warship. Oh, gosh. Not happy with that. Closes the door and locks it back up. Captain.
Go ahead, Zeke.
Are there any Aslan ships in the area? It would be an Aslan fighter of some type. I'm not sure if you've ever seen one when you were in. I know we've dealt with them as Marines, but
It's in chat. I would need a sensor check. Yeah, team is pretty active already, despite the the flotilla moving on. So I would need a sensor check to identify.
Yeah, not only do I not have sensors, I'm a little busy piloting and
Electronics, right?
We do have you guys, the rest of your crew, though, right?
yeah.
Not on this. We're on the Savile.
Oh yeah, no, they're not with you guys. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They're back down port. Boy, Chris is probably drinking himself to death.
Yeah. Well, if someone knows how to run sensors and can do a sweep for a pocket battle or a pocket warship, I'm a little busy staying out of everyone's way here.
Celine comes over to the comms. No, it was that drone. How did he say he found him electronics? Aslan, no, he not have that ship. No, she's lying. There's no way he has that. That's too strong. Think, Zeke. Sir, that's Aslan Highguard. Do you think one of those ships? My head. Her gray matter was so messed up. Electronics in it.
Celine, breathe. You're saying she was lying about that?
There's no way that that ship thinks, sir. You served with the imps. What kind of class is that ship? Oh man, my focus, training, think, sir. The powers that she had, Celine just kind of slowly calms down. Captain, truly this Aslan had a warship as mighty as that. Do you think that you would be here at Thebes?
You do have a point. That is a pretty powerful ship. Did
so
you
the
get any? Go ahead, Greg.
So I'll interject. Dr. Carl did
my
not
God.
scan down this ship. It's not on the scan. He had a successful roll.
Dude, this thing's huge. It's 1,200 tons. There's no way. He would rule the area if he had this thing. I didn't even think about that.
Celine, did you get any idea of the actual ship Iron Tooth has?
No, when I was connected with her mind, we didn't think to ask what kind of iron she had. He was so on it. But I feel like that you would be here to watch this. Because if I was going to overthrow this admiral, I'd want to know what ships he has. And if one of my possible allies gets wiped, I would want to see his death up front. And I would definitely have my scouts in the area, or myself personally, taking note of what the admiral has. Because if the admiral's being in short force, which I believe he is, all that does is make his numbers.
I'm sure. And I agree, one of these ships or more are probably scouts for both Iron Tooth and Valis. However, I'm not going to try to guess which ones are which at this point, and I'm sure the Admiral is far more aware of that than we are. So, Doctor, if you'll stay on sensors, if anyone starts maneuvering like they're targeting us, please let me know. Celine, you need to go rest. You are looking pretty well used at this point. Hey, Deck, how's the power plant holding up? And yes, Mizoon talks right over whatever Celine was gonna say.
Everything looks good right now.
Roger that.
Zeke's going back into the room.
And Zeke, if you want to head back to the turret, you're certainly welcome to.
Give me a few minutes, Captain.
Okay.
And he's going to walk back into that room with the and punch her. Don't
Yes.
do not
Hold her.
make me out to be a fool again. What is he flying?
That is his flagship.
If that was his flagship, why would he be scared of the admiral?
Because the admiral doesn't have his flagship out.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Admiral's pulled out his A-line of ships to take on a little far trader.
Yeah. That's a big freaking ship, and if he's got that, what the heck's the admiral have? All right, I'm going back to the turret. Ponder this.
So basically, Mizoon is going to do his best to make sure that we're getting the feed from our sensors recorded and the feed from the Admiral's ship recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And going to work to stay out of the way and out of any potential combat zones or stray fire zones, and watch what goes down.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna let some time pass. I already rolled up the hours. This actually was gonna be 3 hours. My calendar. All right. So on your feed and even from your sensors and your own view, you do see a bright flare on that moon as a ship starts beating a hoof to the high guard. There are enough of the admiral's fleet between his he's got interceptors and fighters to track this ship down. The first thing you see go on what was this ship's name? It was start with a J. The General Taurus, the Star Trader. You do see an eruption out of the where the J drive, the engineering section of the ship. So they obviously want to mobilize it. As the smaller ships start peeling off, the larger ships of the flotilla start closing in. But before they are within, proximity to open fire or starting boarding actions, you see the Janel Torsk erupt in a nuclear explosion. And with a bright flash, it's over. It is no more.
Dang, we can't even get spare parts.
Damn it.
Nuclear explosion. Man, that means a crit hit in
Next time, Captain, moon first.
No. That had the look of a self-destruct charge to me. I won't be captured. I'm gonna scuttle myself.
Right, we could have worked it a little different, man.
Me-
Oh, well.
Or we
I was
could have
really
been
looking forward to pulling some things off of that ship.
we could have been on board that thing when that charge went off.
Oh, no. We'd have found that.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hindsight, 2020.
Now that it looks like it's over, I'm gonna do a piloting check to try to fly to their backtrack to where they were on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to scan that area to make sure there's nobody, or have the doctor scan that area to make sure there's no warm spots down there.
Yeah, it's completely in a hospital. This is just a barren rock of methane, frozen methane. So go ahead and give me a sensor scan if you want to chain it with our good doctor. You could do a biological on that one.
I don't have sensors. I was going to do a piloting check to try to give the doctor the best chance of getting a good sensor scan.
Piloting. Good. Swan. All right, doctor.
Because you can always go through and read the sensor data at a later point.
Yeah.
I just want to get the good data first.
So, doctor, give me your sensors.
Come on. Roll it. Promise it'll catch up soon.
You with us, Josh?
Yeah.
You muted.
No. Yeah. I am muted. I was. Yeah, I'm trying to click it. There it goes.
There. Ooh, ah. Nice. All right. So you have the sensor data on initial inspection. There is no life forms on the moon.
Okay. In that case, let's head back to the downport.
Well, I've got good news for you guys. That berthing's good for 24 hours.
I'm going to go secure our prisoner to make sure she doesn't detonate that arm, take us out. Means I just watched that ship blow up.
I think our prisoner's already dead.
And she is secured, right? You've bound
Yeah,
her.
I secured her, but I would make sure she's bound.
Make sure, yeah.
No way she can trigger that arm if that arm is a bomb, as Celine said. So.
Yeah, like you walk in, she's doing yoga, and her toes about 3 centimeters from her arm.
Yeah.
We'll strap her in, make sure her legs and anything that we can so she can't. And we need to warn the Admiral that she has this so she doesn't try to kill the Admiral with it if we're turning her into the Admiral. Or
Yeah. So actually, if I have contact information now, I will try contacting the Admiral's ship.
Oh, hell, man. All right. You know, with my screen.
Admiral, we still have. Would you like to pick her up now, or would you like to pick her up now? I'm not sure you know where we're giving the number.
Yeah, and that's the now. Like, came out of the hours now.
I mean, remember that it's missions not a WG hot days. I need to win. Yeah, and I refresh. So, and we'll try to protect our and Adam to report to the new birthing bay.
That was a 5-hour queue.
Ooh, I'm back to
Right.
full.
Yep.
So,
All right. So yeah, and you guys should have a spot next to the Zephyr.
okay.
Sure, guys is
Yeah, our ship is the Zephyr.
Zephyr, yeah.
Zephyr, the Antelope is the
Yeah,
carrier.
that's the other one. So you know, you got the crew, you got your buddy, what's his name, Krish?
Chris stays on the.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't come
Oh,
off
no.
the boat. Stays on the
Yeah,
boat.
but you see him. He's drunk as a skunk. You could see him through a window, just waving at Maria.
I like it.
Are we
All right.
going to get a live feed for her too if we don't get the body back? Because didn't she have a bounty too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, if you do turn her, we're at a point where you guys have to decide. You're on the airfield with her, ready to turn her over. She's wanted dead or alive in one system, or wanted alive in another system. Turning her over to the Admiral without
Likely she's
witnessing,
going to be dead. Well, we had already talked to the Admiral about that, and he had agreed to either provide a feed of her execution or
The body, at least.
or the body.
Mhm.
And yeah, we've still got to collect from the Admiral too. Don't worry, Celine. Yeah.
What did she say?
That's part of the reason too that Mizuna's wanting to do this, because part of the deal that we're getting from the Admiral is reduce docking fees in the future as members of the society or whatever. So we're not constantly having to pay 6,000. Yeah. So.
All right.
All right.
So you guys confirm you're going to turn it over with the expectation she will be. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
well, my question though, as a player to the group, real quick, because I can't reference any of my notes right now. How much money is what's what? You know, because Torpal and then the other one was like, okay, the one that was alive was X amount of dollars. The one that was dead was X amount of dollars. And now Admiral's offering X amount of dollars for her and for the one. So we automatically get some money from the Admiral because we found Ferret Boy. Thanks,
Well,
guys.
it's kind of a moot point not to ask because part of the ones where you bring them alive would have required Ferric.
Would have required Ferric? Okay.
Alive.
Alive, yeah. You could only collect on the dead or alive contract at this point.
right.
All right,
And
well,
I'm not in
well,
the notes. I'm not seeing dollar amounts.
We didn't get dollar amounts. He never gave us.
Yeah, we
dollar
did.
amounts.
We did later on the next session. We did because we forgot that session. The next session we remembered.
I remember I made a big deal. I'm like, man, you guys finally asked the most important question: is what is the bounty?
Okay.
This
So we have.
Part of it is we still got to do it this way, right? Because
Okay. Now hang
here's
on.
my thought. The short of it is we got to do the Admiral turn in because, in my opinion, I think they were on to the right idea, but we don't have the guns yet to overthrow the Admiral, so we need him to think we're on his side.
Well, at the end of the day, though, our end goal is to make as many friends for Drinax as possible. So if we make friends with this Admiral, we swing back through with Torpal that wanted them dead, which was the lesser bounty. But anyway, so then we made friends with and
That's true.
and then we made friends in Torpal with the corporation there, or whoever it was, I can't remember. And then so we've at least spread the name of for Drinax through these two systems. So that's something.
Yeah, but are
Okay,
we going to
so
be
here's-
the king?
So here's what I'm.
Oh, go ahead, boss. What do you got, Captain?
All right. So for the bounties, we're missing a couple of pieces. The ship that Krish was on, we don't have that yet. Now, we're claiming that Krish died aboard that space station, and we do have some documentation that he was marooned there. But we need his ship to prove that. We are currently in the second of the three ships, and we have sensor data that the third ship involved self-destructed when the Admiral went after it.
True, and that's why I think, honestly, Captain, that he got wind that he was about to get attacked. That third ship, he already jumped from the moon, put a skeleton crew on his other ship with a nuke, sent it out there to fake his own death, and actually Ferret Boy is out there in space. Third ship. That's just what Celine thinks.
Yes.
I agree with that. I don't think Jarek's
His
dead.
ship's gone. He's not necessarily. We don't have any proof of that.
Right. So, but we do have video proof that he's dead, according to this Admiral. We have doctored proof that Dogman back over here is dead. And when we get proof that she is dead, then that's the three captains of the three ships dead. That,
Yes.
I think, carry enough weight to get us paid, Captain. That's what I think.
And I'm certainly more than happy to go to Torpal with that information for whatever that information is worth. What we know for certain is turning Maria over to the Admiral is worth 2 mega credits right there.
Yes. So let's get
Plus-
paid. I gotta get my nails done. Oh gosh.
Now we just have to figure out how to get 2 ships back to where we're going.
We've got enough crew, but
We got plenty of
We've
pilots.
got another pilot.
That's
We've
not
got
a
a pilot.
Yeah.
yeah,
we have
Captain.
a-
You know,
You were
you
trained
know,
to pilot.
just go ahead. Let's get paid. I've already got us a bunch of deals for some clubs around here. They're probably just now starting to get going. I've got
I'm
reservations.
saying, we got the double suites. There's still
Yeah.
things to be done here.
Yes, let's just get money and then turn that imperial mind of yours off for a minute, Captain. Somebody watch out for Doc because he's probably going to sell somebody's body parts somewhere. But Celine is ready for a drink, Captain. Can we go have a drink?
Oh, wait a minute. The doctor's still walking around with a plastic baggie of kidneys.
Oh, we got things to do. There's.
Oh yeah, no. I'm
Lots of
not saying
drinking
that
and
we're
lots of
leaving
selling.
tonight. I'm saying that we need to give some thought to how we're going to get both of these ships from here to Torpor.
That's for a different day. I think this is the point Celine's saying. We
Yeah,
can
like-
figure that out after we drink on it.
I'll put the your crew back on the combat tracker for reference. I just had them hidden. So you got a pilot and an astrogator and a medic. You don't have an engineer, although Krish. Let's see what Krish can do. He's a pilot.
Yeah, we're going to be short an engineer. We may need to hire one.
Let's
We'll
see.
find
I'll
one
see what the medic. Yeah, medic doesn't have it.
Just follow me. We'll be
I'm
here.
going. Yeah, let's. Are we landed? And now we're probably all still sitting in there, and the admiral standing outside our boat. Going,
What the heck?
Oh,
"Guys,
hey,
that-
sorry guys. Hey, so your pilot Manzing has engineer 0, and Krish is a pilot. You
I
do
can
have it. You
fly
have
it
a
and fix it. So just
Yeah, you have
give
a
me
good-
one of them. You guys
How-
can get the other guy back.
Yeah, you just be confident that these crew don't turn on Krish. But
Well, how many? Wait a minute. They're going to be Navigator over on that other ship, aren't they?
They have one.
I have an astrogator.
Well, I'll go on that ship with Fish and one of players say.
You
Me
talk
as a
about
player
yeah,
say,
yeah,
half of us stay on one ship, half of us go on the other ship. To
yeah.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the time. I'm sure everyone else is too. I don't know how much longer we want to go tonight.
We're at a very good. I do want to get you all paid out and a good
Okay.
stopping point, and then we'll pick up the next thread. Our next session. But you will get your payout from the admiral.
Okay.
You will. There's a planet-wide feed of this public execution of Maria. She is escorted by what are these, the widows of Black Sand, out of the city where there's no longer a red flag, and they stand there. Now that she is no longer protected by the law, then you see a couple of the admiral and some of his his henchmen come up, and they take turns with their cutlasses, ending her life.
And let me guess, they don't do it quick.
They're slow slashes.
So
Okay.
just one question: when she came up off of our ship, did she have both arms or only one?
Oh yeah, she had both her arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
She was
And
gonna. If you
as
had you brought,
discussed-
I would say, had you brought her and not known about that to the admiral, that was going to be an auto self-destruct. But if she was
Yeah.
if she was near death, I was supposed to self-destruct her as well.
Damn.
In your guys' combat, yeah, she could have been very nasty.
Yeah, she could have.
Ooh, dang it! Did we? Oh man, this story could have went totally different if I was thinking, because
oh yeah,
we couldn't have said anything to the admiral at all and been like, "Here you go, bro. Credits clear."
Essentially, yeah, you guys almost delivered a suicide bomber right to the admiral, and then there would be no admiral.
Solved all of our problems.
I like it better this way because now we have a powerful patron who has
Yeah.
reason to trust us.
Yeah.
Zeke's military thing kicks in, and even though he knows the admiral's a pirate, he has respect for the admiral, and he wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
So see,
But do you guys
Celine
think we
thrives
do
in a
that
power
for you?
vacuum, so she's just like missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Next,
We'll take the next one.
And if we're trying to
Yeah.
gain allies for the king, this could be a very powerful ally. So
Yes, that we should talk about that. While you're here, before you go, I'm assuming the next stop will be the Torpal. Because you
Right.
can't
Well,
collect the
actually-
Clark.
Yeah, I mean, Mizoon does have some things that he wants to potentially look at here at Thebe.
That's what. Yeah.
So-
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I would have
So,
liked.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, one of the things that Mizoon wants to make sure is when we're getting paid by the Admiral, that he understands that we are representatives of King Oleb and that we are doing this on his behalf, and that we understand that there's no obligation on the Admiral's behalf, but we want him to understand that King Oleb is aware of the realities of the region and simply wants to help make things more stable for everyone here.
All right. So Thebe is the only friendly port at the start of the campaign. The Admiral is of the largest pirate faction here.
And we definitely hurt one of the other factions. Not ended it, but put a crimp in it.
So this your attitude. The port attitude will remain at friendly, and now you have a potential patron in the Admiral.
I think we need to take this salvager back to the scrap heap and get us some spares. If we can.
I did want to mention that he does want to make you a cash offer on your ship. On the Merciful. Yeah.
On the Mercifuge?
Yes.
I was.
He's always interested in increasing the size of his fleet.
Yeah. Celine and Mizoon both instantly went, "Oh, really? Let's discuss."
But if we're building a fleet, do we want to give this ship up?
I think so, yes, because this ship would not help with building a fleet. It's not even really good for, well, not at this point. Down the road, it's something that we could use. But
I give you that.
right
I
at
give you
the
that late
moment,
game.
yeah.
We need a
I mean, once we have an actual battle fleet, ships like this are what you want to help scoop up all the damaged and destroyed
Right.
ships. Absolutely.
Well,
Right
can we
now-
go before we sell it to him, can we go get some spares?
Yeah.
We can probably, we can buy spares while we're here. Absolutely.
He's talking about
Why?
using the
We can
salvage
go
ship
to
to
the
salvage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get 'em
That's
for
what I was
free.
just gonna say, sir. Why are we buying anything? We literally took over a bad guy's base. Let's go raid that motherfucker.
It's a good point.
And then she Silverhand's deck a bottle.
So let the Admiral know that, well, what's his offer? Have you not determined that yet?
Yeah, I'm calculating right now. So this thing new is 720. Is that million credits?
Yeah, mega credits. Yeah.
Mega credits, yeah.
Because I'll absolutely sell it to him if he's willing to go with the caveat that we use it for 48 hours in the scrap heap to do some salvage down there.
Yep, he's going to offer 180 mega credits.
Yeah, I think that if we're going to sell this, we want to do 220.
Give me a persuasion.
What's your persuasion at, boss?
Mine isn't that great.
What's mine at, ref?
Yeah, mine's mine's at a 0. I would get a +1 for my Soch.
Skills.
Probably should
Persuade.
have Celine your deck.
Yeah, well, Celine with the Soch is actually only a +1.
I'm only a 1. I'm a 0 too. No, I'm a 1.
So I mean, if we're all at a 1, since Mizoon was the one doing the talking, then
Yeah.
May as well be you. Yeah.
How about
hey!
there we go. What do we get?
220.
200. So that gives us 222 mega credits in the party fund.
Oh, we getting that Gazelle pimp. See, now we ain't got to be scared to run that around because that might get us some guns on it. And now we put our name out there.
Don't forget, we got to pay our crew members out of this too. So
What?
Okay, so player, I know that we haven't, player to group, I know that we haven't done shares up or anything like that. But what I personally am thinking is if we take 2 mega credits towards pay and bonuses and take the 220 toward our future plans, buying spares, potential repairs on the Antelope, 2 million credits split up between the group we had, you were still going to be stupid wealthy.
Yeah, I just dropped the division of spoils. Remember, King Oleb wants this cut.
Oh, that's right. We've got to give him 10% off the top, so that's
I don't have
22.2.
Well, that's only for spoils. This stuff, right? This would be considered spoil. Everything else is earned, right, boss? Ref? Deck?
Yeah, your trading stuff wouldn't count.
Yeah.
It's the proceeds from piracy.
Like the 2 million credits for turning Maria in, to me, that wouldn't count.
That's a bounty. Yeah, bounty. That's work. That's hard work. Piracy is when you got what you did. You're in a gray area on this piracy, by the way. Depends how you guys. You didn't really have to execute your letter of marque to get this ship.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
But
in that
there
sense,
is no gray. There is black and white.
With this ship, this was simply recovering a pirate's property.
This is salvage.
Yes.
So just
We are the repo men of the space.
there's no reason for you guys to think that the word of the sale would not get back to King Oleb. But
There's that. That's fair enough.
But
Well,
even I know I'm breaking that. I would be hard pressed to make you guys pay 10% for this. Like you'd have to be in a mood.
You know, here's the thing though. Player speaking to the rest of the group, if we turn over 10% of something surprising like this, even if it's not expected, that's only to our benefit. And the reality is that we just got so much money that paying King Oleb 10% and then turning most of the rest of that into repairs on the Harrier, that is only going to make us look solid in the court. It's going to piss some people in the court off, but at the same time, King Oleb is going to be 100% in our corner.
Which is really great if you care about King Olaf, right? Or we can take this guy's ship, fix it up, and decide we're going to be the kings and run this place. He's trying to get us to do work for him. Maybe we do work for us.
That's certainly something we can talk about down the road. I'm just saying that in the short term, the fledgling bird
If we
needs
give
a
him 20
safe
million
nest
credits, he would
to
probably
grow.
be a happy person. I will agree with that.
And I'm saying that paying a 10% of this up front is just helping make our nest that much more secure while we're growing and learning how to use our wings. And yes, we will need to sit down and as a crew figure out what we want our end game to be. That's a conversation we probably need to have sooner rather than later. But for now, let's get paid let's enjoy the evening. Because for sure the 2 million credits is coming our way today. Anything else is... That'll probably take a few days to do the negotiating and whatnot, but I, for one, am for taking the 220 million credits for the salvager and walking away from that right now.
Yeah, agreed. That's Celine's vote. The salvager is a end product, and her mentality on that, honestly, she doesn't care. She thinks the credits in the back pocket are worth more than having this event. It's not that we gotta deal with our possibles of beauty, and she just don't want to deal with all that.
We have a single turn on the our ship, right?
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. See, Cap, everybody, if we take this money back and maybe salvage that ship that we bought the cannons off of, we might be able to go ahead and get them. So technically, we're not down a ship. We are down. We are still at the same amount of ships, and we've already got a crew, and we can help outfit that one. Because that's a far trader or is it a free trader? Either way, it's a better looking ship with more capability. I think. I'm not good with ships.
So yeah, what I personally would like to see us do, sell the salvager, buy 8 or 9 tons of spare parts, go by the place where the other ship is stranded to see if we can help them out. And while we're here at Thieves, maybe look at upgrading the weapons and taking those turrets back to the other ship and letting them have their original turrets back. But
that's all on you at this point. Let's get paid. Let's get drunk.
Agreed.
All right. So what I'm gathering, because I am going to kind of start winding us down, we're going to sell the ship. We're going to collect. We'll do a shopping trip. You guys could do that in between sessions. I don't. What's Steve's? Let's look at its tech level. It has an inflated tech level. Yeah, because of it really doesn't have industry. It's all pirated goods. Right. That's why it was so high. Then you guys will head back the secret way, right, back to Borite, rather than make 15 jumps the roundabout way. And then from Borite to Torpal, and this will be for start planning for next session. And then from Torpal, you could go to Blue to help finish that ship's repairs, the Sacrosanct. Is that really the short? That's the nice. You got it, Carl. That's pretty much the gist. We should. I'll have to stay on top. Hey, can you guys do me a favor and do an would you guys do some of the? I'll have to set up an alert or something because I wasn't getting messages on the role playing channel. I had to read it all at the beginning of the session to get caught up.
Oh.
Yeah, I let him know. I was like, hey, did you read that? And Rep was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Was not monitoring that at all.
So where was?
Oh, too easy, Ref.
Yeah. But I think this is a good stopping point. This is just a logical break, and then we'll pick up on finishing this up and hopefully getting you guys another mission.
Right on.
So,
yeah.
Did I divvy out our last payments?
Yes, we did last payment.
Last game
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So all I got to do is figure out this. I think we should pay you back. I'm going to take we still had to pay for the ship to run.
Right. I was going to say that had you taken on the Merciful or whatever it was, that would have been more ship maintenance, more monthly debt.
Yeah.
Right. So personally, what I'm thinking, just something for us to think about as players, is with the sale of this ship, you know, if we claim 100